January. Wednesday. I found a way to have some fun with the big wheel Rolly got me for Christmas. I came up with this game where one guy rides down the hill and the other guy tries to knock him off with a football. Rolly was the first one down the hill and I was the thrower. Shriek! It's a lot harder to hit a moving target than I thought. Plus, I didn't get a lot of practice. It took Rolly like 10 minutes to walk the big wheel back up the hill after every trip down. Rolly kept asking to switch places and have me be the one who rides the big wheel, but I'm no fool. That thing was hitting 35 miles an hour and it didn't have any brakes. Do you want to have a turn now? No thanks, I'm not as good as you. Anyway, I never did knock Rolly off the big wheel today, but I guess I have something to work out at over the rest of Christmas vacation. Thursday. I was heading up to Rolly's today to play our big wheel game again, but Mom said I had to finish my Christmas thank yous before I went out anywhere. I thought I could just crank out my thank you cards in a half hour, but when it came to actually writing them, my mind went blank. Let me tell you, it's not easy writing thank you notes for stuff you didn't want in the first place. I started with the non-closest item because I thought they'd be easiest. But after 2 or 3 cards, I realized I was practically writing the same thing every time. So I wrote up a general form the computer with blanks for the things that need to change. Writing the cards from there was a breeze. Dear Aunt Lida, thank you so much for the awesome encyclopedia. How did you know I wanted that for Christmas? I love the way the encyclopedia looks on my shelf. All my friends will be so jealous that I have my very own encyclopedia. Thank you for making this the best Christmas ever. Sincerely, Greg. My system worked out pretty well for the first couple of gifts, but after that, not so much. Dear Aunt Rotia, thank you so much for the awesome pants. How did you know I wanted that for Christmas? I love the way the pants look on my legs. All my friends will be so jealous that I have my very own pants. Thank you for making this the best Christmas ever. Sincerely, Greg. Friday. I finally knocked Rolly off the big wheel today, but it didn't happen the way I expected. I was trying to hit him in the shoulders, but I missed, and the football went under the front tire. Rolly tried to break his fall by sticking out his arms, but he landed pretty hard on his left hand. I figured he'd just shake it off and get right back on the bike, but he didn't. I tried to cheer him up, but all the jokes that usually crack him up weren't working. So I knew he must be hurt pretty bad. Hey, look at me. I'm your dad. Ja ha ha ha. Monday. Christmas vacation is over, and now we're back at school. And you remember Rolly's big wheel accident? Well, he broke his hand, and now he has to wear a cast. And today everyone was crowding around him like he was a hero or something. Does it still hurt? A little, I guess. You poor thing. I tried to cash in on some of Rolly's new popularity, but it totally backfired. I'm the one who broke his hand. You meanie. At lunch, a bunch of girls invited Rolly over to their table so they could feed him. What really tricked me off about that is that Rolly is right-handed and it's his left hand that's broken, so he can feed himself just fine. Here comes the airplane. Yum yum. Tuesday. I realized Rolly's injury thing is a pretty good racket, so I decided it was time for me to have an injury of my own. I took some gauze from home and I wrapped up my hand to make it look like it was hurt. I couldn't figure out why the girls weren't swarming me like they swarmed Rolly. But then I realized what the problem was. See, the cast is a great gimmick because everyone wants to sign their name on it. But it's not exactly easy to sign goods with a pen. So I came up with a solution that I thought was just as good. Would you like to be the first one to sign my sympathy sheet? That idea was a totally bust too. My bandage did end up attracting attention from a couple of people, but believe me, they were not the type of people I was going for. Can I pick out your infection? Go away.